Hi everyone, welcome back to Trails and Tastes of the Southwest. Today we're going to the Hatch Chile Festival in Hatch, New Mexico. The village of Hatch is located on the Rio Grande, just off I-25 in south-central New Mexico. It's almost a 3-hour drive from Albuquerque, or if you're coming from the south like me, it's about an hour north of El Paso. This section of I-25 follows the historic Camino Real route, the oldest European-American trade route in the Americas, which connected Mexico City to the northern frontier, and eventually Albuquerque and Santa Fe. The entire route is dotted with historical markers, which are definitely worth checking out if you have the time. But after a short drive, here it is, the exit for Hatch, the Chile capital of the world. A short way down the road, we crossed the Rio Grande and officially entered the village of Hatch. After passing this large character at an RV park, we caught sight of the first chilies for sale at a local business. And then another one. We parked at Hatch Valley High School, along with some other vendors and families, and crossed the fairgrounds just in time to see part of the Chile Festival parade. We even got to see the salsa princesses drive by. When we last visited the Chile Festival, it took place at the airport, which is outside of town. Since then, the festival has been moved into town, and the local businesses join in the festivities. So before we return to the fairgrounds, we decided to take a quick walk around Hatch. There are two things that are very popular in Hatch: chilies and artwork, both metal and ceramics. And weirdly enough, chilies are often part of the art, too. Almost anywhere that sells chilies will also roast them for you. The process is quite a unique one to the area. First, the chilies are loaded into the roaster. Then, the roaster is lit, and it spins as the chilies are roasted. The aroma is nothing short of amazing. Check out the fire from the other side, too. When the roasting is completed, the chilies drop down a chute into a bag. You might notice that the skins of the chilies have turned black. They're not burned, they're perfect now, because the skin will easily separate from the rest of the chili. If you're from the southwestern United States, you might have seen this process before. But I think Hatch has the most chili roasters per capita than anywhere else in the world. As we continued to walk around the town, we visited several of the shops, including one simply called Mr. Chili Sales. The Hatch Chili Market was quite impressive, with the sheer number of chilies hanging to dry. Further inside, you could even find baseball caps to show your support for the store. In addition to fresh chilies, almost every store sold salsas. Most stores also carried dried, crushed, and ground chili products as well. As we walked further down the road, we passed the world-famous Sparky's. They're almost as famous for the collection of old fast food statues as they are for their food. They've even got their own historical marker. If you want to eat at Sparky's though, you might want to consider returning on another day, since the line is ridiculous. Turning the corner, we encountered one of the festival's princesses, handing out official Hatch Chile Festival stickers. Most of the local businesses had set up booths outside, even if their business wasn't directly related to the Chili Festival. Jewelry, food, and drinks were common. And even the auto parts store had a message on their sign. We even enjoyed the unique way a food truck chose to advertise their products. By this time, we were getting hungry, and the local Catholic church, Our Lord of Mercy, had set out some tents and games. I'm not sure if they were participating in the Chili Festival or if this was a separate event. In any case, we decided to order the gorditas, which were made of flour instead of the corn that is almost universal in other places. Of course, the meat was seasoned with Hatch red chili powder. Nearby, there was a historical marker about the town of Hatch and how the original settlers were driven off by Apache raids. On the way back to the fairgrounds, we visited the Vasquez Farm store, which pretty much only sold Hatch chilies. And of course, this young man was eager to explain the chili growing process to potential customers. We passed the Hatch Museum, which sadly wasn't open, and the Midtown Park. After passing the Hatch Fire Department, who were having an open house and letting people climb into the engine, it was time to visit the official fairgrounds. Inside the fairgrounds, on the main stage, the talented musician Chris Whitaker was performing, and the booth with the official Chile Festival merchandise was nearby. There were many things that were common to many other fairs. Popcorn, lemonade, and snacks are pretty common. Food options were available as well, such as barbecue, Mexican food, pizza, funnel cakes, smoothies, and tacos. There were crazy space rides, jumping balloons, and a mechanical bull. But as you might expect, the main focus of the festival was chilies, and the vendors from all around came to show their products. From salsas to salsa bowls. If it's chili related, you can find it at this fair. You can even learn how to tie your own chili bundle as a decoration or to dry them. There was even a group of researchers from the Chile Institute at New Mexico State University who were presenting information about what makes Hatch chilies so unique. It's a combination of climate, soil, the water from the Rio Grande, and the supporting research from New Mexico State University. If you're worried that the chilies will be too hot for you, don't worry. This festival is dedicated to the chilies grown in and around Hatch, New Mexico. They're prized for their flavor, not necessarily their heat, and they're only about 3,000 Scoville units, about half the heat of a jalapeno. If you're a fan of super hot chilies, like ghost peppers, there was only one booth that specialized in these. So if you're in the southwestern United States around Labor Day weekend, be sure to stop by and check out the Hatch Chile Festival. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss anything new. See you next time on Trails and Tastes of the Southwest.